What is going on? I'm Zedmont. You know the drill. Code Zedmont over there in that creator boost. It has the tendency to expire, which is super duper annoying. But one other note, when you're in there, you'll notice the trader came at a weird time. Gonna cover that in a second here. But for right now, this is the Friday giveaway video. So we are gonna give away a Boom Beach t-shirt to someone who entered last week, telling me their New Year's resolution. So good luck to all of you that entered. Today is January the 5th. I am going to give away a giant prize next week. Yes, we are gonna do the Boom Beach plushie yet again. Note, this is probably the first and last plushie of 2024. These things have gotten ridiculously hard to come by. I had to sell my soul to get one more to give away. So do stick around in the video. I'll tell you how to enter that. Quick note, you need to enter by January the 11th at midnight my time. So I guess 8 a.m. UTC. Speaking of 8 a.m. UTC, the trader has moved. Supercell has moved all events to start at 8 a.m. UTC. That means they can be online to monitor things. It sucks for me because that's midnight my time. I will definitely be asleep. I guess you need to enter by 8 a.m. UTC on Friday the 12th. Anyways, time zones are a pain. Do make sure you stick around to figure out how to enter, though, because you want that plushie delivered free to your door. All of the goodness. We are going to start out with an operation attack, and we are going to be using these beautiful bouncing melons. Now, these guys, Supercell, again, I think I was supposed to tell you guys about this, but I didn't. Supercell made a whole bunch of changes in the background that make Boom Beach better without the need for an update. And one of the things they've done is, I don't know if you guys remember, but months ago we used to have to vote if we wanted Meloniers or Rocket Choppas, and then you wouldn't get one of them. They have now changed that. We are going to get 2 Prototroops every month for the first 10 months of the year. That is great, great, great news. I should be able to just... And these guys, please don't sleep on them. They are one of, if not the best troop in all of Boom Beach. They are so ridiculously strong because of all that shrapnel they throw. So please use these guys. They are so, so, so strong. We are going to watch that critter launcher on the right because that's about the only thing that might give us a little bit of difficulty. But when thrown in with mechs, they are so, so, so strong. They are basically unstoppable. And speaking of throwing them in with mechs, using that as a segue as well, do note that Supercell has said that they're going to have more diverse and varied Boom Beach Mania events. So in the past, for example, we would only get Heavy Zuka or Tank Medic. They have now said there's going to be new Manias, and I have to assume one of those Manias are going to be Bombardiers with mechs, because mechs, if you're still using Scorchers, do give mechs a try. The fact that they shock things just makes them so, so, so strong. And sometimes people weren't using mechs because Kavan wouldn't bring them back. Kavan now brings them back. So on Mega Crabs, on Operations, on PvP, do consider giving mechs a try. They sucked for a long, long time. I know a lot of people are biased against them, but especially with bouncing melons, so, so good. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, we used to have to pick and choose between our proto troops. Now we're going to get 2. We're going to get to vote on them at the end of the 10 months. And going into that Mega Crab, or the Prototroop Mega Crab, we're going to have whichever one wins that Prototroop Cup. Also, the tribal bonuses are going to get slightly better. They're going to be lined up. Notice that we've got warrior damage right now. If you look into your armory, we've got 90% off warriors. Also, Scorchers, not in this list, but we get 90% off Scorchers as well. Is Scorcher Warrior a good combo? Definitely, definitely not. Those guys don't really work all that terribly well together. I kind of hope that going forward, these troop combos are better. But maybe we've been sleeping on these guys wrong all along, and maybe Warrior and Scorcher are the way to go, and Supercell knows something we don't. So we will give those a quick load. We're going to do it with Bullet, spending some of those hard-earned diamonds. By the way, we will do some Warships stuff in a second. Just need to try all of the things first. I am going to leave my Warriors parked for the first couple stages. Last thing I need is to hit a boom mine and lose a troop, because that would be beyond embarrassing. But do let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. And for those of you who are on Discord, I've already published these in the announcements on both the Boom Beach official server and on my server. And speaking of my server, there have been a bunch of giveaways on my server the last little bit. I gave away a Boom Beach figurine. I'm giving away a a Brawl Pass Plus Pass. If you're watching this video on January the 5th, you still have time to enter that as we get a bonus crystal. That is always, always nice. And I know maxed out players, none of these announcements were anything exciting for you, and yes, there is a giant but. Stick around in March or so. There is a big, big update that is scheduled to come out. This is Boom Beach's 10th anniversary. Yes, a mobile game has been around for 10 stinking whole years. That is impressive. If I had a soundbite, I would do the standing ovation one at the moment, but just straight up impressive. Now, if you're wondering why the heck I'm not dropping my Warriors, it's because we're going to wait until we get a stage that's actually difficult. These first 4 stages are way easier than they typically are, but stage 5 generally is where things start to get a little, kind of like at about stage 18 or so on the Mega Crab. Taking a breath for the first time, let's get going. We are already done my first coffee of the day, which is important. I always try to get these videos out as early as I can, which often interferes with my coffee schedule. Small details that really, really don't matter, but kind of do matter at the same time. So we're going to send all of our troops into about here, trying to get those Scorchers underneath. Bullet is going to shock things. Bullet walked underneath that shock launcher all on his own. And if you're wondering why the heck Bullet walked all the way to the right there, it's because the spaces underneath the core where he usually stands were already occupied. So that is why he went right. I did definitely not plan that, but at any point when you can get Bullet into the blind spot of a shock launcher when using Warrior Scorcher, you're going to get great, great results. We now have a Doom Cannon, which is less than ideal, and a shock launcher, and a grappler, so all of these things are definitely in awkward spots. This base, mediocre. By the way, a bunch of people were posting base questions on Reddit yesterday. I went on and gave my feedback. Lots of you build bases as if you are the ones attacking them, and that is a bad, bad idea. As I said on Reddit, when building a base, you need to assume the person that's attacking had a lobotomy and that they are attacking with their feet. If you've ever watched replays on your base, you know that players that play Boom Beach, most of them aren't on YouTube. Most of them aren't on Discord or Telegram or Band or Line. They're just operating in a vacuum. So realize that most players who play Boom Beach are fairly bad. Build your base to stop them, not to stop you. Random rant. Scorcher, Warrior, going decently. I'm kind of surprised at how well we're doing. I don't think that Imitation Game is a good indication of anything, but the fact that we only lost a couple troops is a little bit ridiculous. By the way, do make sure you drop your troops in one smoky line. It makes things so much better. Why we use the ground flare is to make sure that our Scorchers got skinny. And now That Doom Cannon is going to be a massive, massive problem. So we're going to throw some critters down there, a smoke up there, and then hit that taunt button, and down goes all 7 stages of Imitation Game using the newest Boom Beach meta. That is right, Scorcher Warrior. Would we have lost fewer troops if we used just Warriors? Yes. Would we have lost fewer troops if we'd used just Scorchers? Also yes. And I don't recommend doing this because we've got those Meloniers, but nonetheless, it's something. I promised you some Warships. This is my no instant training. Only play a couple matches here and there Warship. Yes, I have 3 Warships. I am that kind of person. But first, we're going to get our friendly neighborhood drum roll out. Like I said, last week's giveaway was, I just threw it out there. I said, if you've got any sort of New Year's resolution, throw it in the comments. And the winner is Daniel M. 2023 has been a somewhat stressful year. Travel quite a bit for work. By the way, if you travel for work, it sucks. I know a lot of people think, oh, you get to go somewhere fun. No, you get to go somewhere and work. Anyways, Daniel M is looking forward to 2024 as he's starting a new job in 10 days. Congratulations. My goal for 2024 to have more work-life balance and start exercising again. For Warship, finished 24, ran out of time pushing. Overall, fun season. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Daniel. Hopefully, you will be looking fresh in your new Boom Beach t-shirt. And the backup. If you're wondering why I do backups, it's because these prizes do expire after a week. I don't want to have this backlog of prizes that I have to keep track of. So instead, I give out with a backup. The backup this season is Travel Around Sydney Roads. That sounds like a YouTube channel you should go check out. 2023 has been challenging for many people, so 2024 will be a selfless year, giving away 10% of his or her income to charity. So well done. That is ridiculously well done. I am in awe. Well done. Anyways, to claim, go to that URL at the top. That'll get you on my Discord. Send me a message. Anyways, what I am going to show you now is that, generally speaking, with this tech layout, and that is rocket choppers with Kavan, you can get about 3 minutes 3 seconds, 3 minutes 2, 3 minutes 7, 3 minutes 5, 3 minutes 1. So you can get 3 minutes 3 if you're quick. I'll show you my fastest attack there. What was 3 minutes 7, I do believe. So it is all about dropping and running. So I am using 1 boat mech, 1 boat rifle, and Kavan, and then just getting that front engine room flaring, and then kamikaze all the way. Don't worry about losing troops, even without instant training. You can get all of the things. Hopefully we can do a decent attack here. Bases have slowly but surely been getting better. So we are going to get our mechs out over here, our rifles out here, and then getting every single one of our rocket choppers over on that left-hand side. Notice that we dropped Kavan on the left. That is for a very important reason. We need some rifles to head in that direction. Otherwise, we're going to have a very, very bad time. Those rifles getting in and amongst all of those gosh darned cannons. Sorry, brain totally shut down. And now we're just going for it. Like full on. Probably should go to that back engine room first. You know what? We're just going to flare. Oh no. And here's the thing. You see this right here? You see what I can use right here that I have not been using at all? Smoke. I have smoke on this account. I don't have smoke on any other account, and that is why I have completely and utterly screwed up. There is no reason why I did not send all of my rocket choppers to that back corner with smoke. That was beyond stupid on my part. And this is where using multiple accounts on Warships just absolutely screws me up. So I know I tell you often to use multiple accounts, start a second account, but there are some risks involved. Just absolutely, that attack was abysmal. I can't even think, there's probably a better word for what that was, but nothing comes to mind. We are going to send you there and you there as my voice is starting to go. We are also going to get all of this stuff. Kavan on the right-hand side, because why the heck not? Need some of those rifles to make their way so that that cannon does not shoot down our rocket chopper. So far, so good. Not doing perfectly, but second wind, second wind, second wind. And I generally don't recommend second wind unless the hot pot is gone. But so far, so good. We are going to clear a little bit farther. Need some of our rifles to catch up as we lose our first rocket chopper. And then smoking in there, trying to get a couple troops in and amongst the things. Need some more of those rifles to pop out. There are our rifles. All is well in the world. And then we can flare over into here. Don't need any more rifles because our rocket choppers are doing fairly well for us. Smoke making the difference. If we would have just initially flared, would have been terrible. And we are barely gonna win. Definitely not my best attacks. You can definitely do better than that. But I find with Warships this season more than most, you need to get warmed up. And if you notice, 11 hours between attacks, not an ideal circumstance at, you know what, let's do one more. What the heck? He's heating up. Anyways, what is that? NBA Jam 94 or something? Dating myself. Anyways, back engine rooms fairly easy, fairly open. So again, just straight up dropping things in the face of this stuff. And then bit by stinking little bit, getting all of the things out. Don't need to worry too much about many things. We are not going to second wind until that hot pot is down or until Kavan is out of the way. And now just clearing, just absolutely clearing all of the shock mines, all of the regular mines, trying to get our troops going in the right direction, getting away from that cannon at the absolute last second. And then what we are going to do is use our good friends the smoke to get through all of this stuff bit by stinking little bit. Going to lose a couple rocket choppers here in the process, but should be able to get all of this stuff down from back here as we get rid of that engine room. 3 minutes 2 seconds. Lost a couple, but clearing each engine room probably wouldn't have gone as well, so do consider using smoke if you got it. But like we talked about, leaving it at, where are we at here? Tick 1. Don't need any higher than that. Moving on, I am going to try, I have been pumping the tires of this task force for a little bit. This is Junior 9. We have got at least one spot available, might be more. As you can tell, people active, which is great. This task force has been revitalized. Would love to have you come join. We, in this task force, are doing choke point at the moment. I'm going to do my best to take Tapier down. Probably not going to happen simply because I don't have mechs on this account. Scorchers are useless on this account, but maybe, just maybe, we can pull off some sort of New Year's miracle. We're going to head to the right. I love to hit Tapier from the back. That shock blaster is going to be a problem as well, so this likely not going to go well, but as you can see, there are 13 attacks left for Ribbon Cable, which is a fun base, and Tapier. So we are going to go to the right on Tapier, hoping to set it up. Actually, I was going to smoke to the very back, but we are not going to do that. We are going to come over, clean up this right-hand side using melons. By the way, Junior 9 does not require boost, so the fact that I am boosted is a bonus, but definitely not required, especially with 13 attacks left for 2 base. So We are going to try to clear this right-hand side so that the next person can just walk through all of this stuff, shocking the rocket launcher a little bit late intentionally because we had the delay. And I know some of you don't yet know what the delay means, but that is okay too. Just means that we can be a little bit late on our shocks, or the first one anyways. And just look how much shrapnel there are from all of these guys. This is going to be a bit risky on my part. Might lose all of our Bombardiers here, but I really didn't want to risk another shock. Now, let's get against this wall so that those left-hand side snipers don't clear. Then we're going to work our way up this wall, trying to clear as far up this right as possible. The reason why we have Everspark loaded is because what I'd like to do is get that shock launcher gone. That shock launcher, everyone can walk through single shot defenses fairly well, but it's when you get towards more splashy stuff that there's the problems start to occur. Yes, I know we risked that a little bit. We're going to hit a hack button there. We're going to throw a shock button there. That should delay things enough that we can get our troops clearing a little teeny tiny bit. And now out comes that next shock. Need that shock launcher shocked or bad things are going to happen. That boom cannon did all of the goodness for us. We have gotten rid of not only the shock launcher and the boom cannon, but next up we should in theory be able... Oh, we have to choose here. Those critters, I'm going to click that shock button. Everspark is going to walk forward and shock that mortar. Not shock, that's not the word I'm looking for. Hack the mortar, and now we can get our flare out on that shock launcher, trying our darndest. Need a med kit in a big way. Barely got it out, and now we have absolutely set this base up for someone to come crush it. Cleared the rocket launcher, cleared the shock launcher, cleared the other shock launcher, and now we can absolutely cripple this base by getting rid of all of the sniper towers around the core. Might just come back here and get rid of these guys too to try and save a smoke for our task force. Very happy with that attack though. And this just shows that using these Melon guys are so strong. Let's come back into about here just because these sniper towers don't really matter. These guys right here, we can probably save our task force a couple smokes just by getting rid of these. And then even afterwards, they might just turn towards the left and go get those other sniper towers. So very happy with that for a low level attack. Yes, we were full boosted, but only having, I don't know, what do we got, like 8 statues, something along those lines. And now watch this shrapnel, gonna bounce all over the place, taking out the sniper tower in the process. Definitely don't want to eat too many of those cells as a low level because higher levels do get more reward. Their artillery and barrages being higher means that they get to take out more goodness. 9 seconds left. Let's get that final barrage out just in case we can do something useful with it. Nothing worse than having your attack end with GBE left over. Absolutely crippled that base. Head right. Boom, shaka laka. Pretty darn happy with that as well. Let's keep. Okay, now I said I was gonna do the giveaway and then I forgot all about it. So this again is the giveaway. I'm gonna tell you how to win it right here, right now. So this season in Warships has the first time that we've had that troop boost on Seekers. I want you to tell me the maximum damage per second that Seekers can have this season. Gonna require a little bit of thinking, a little bit of math. Leave that number in the comments because that was one of the questions that was asked a bunch during my sneak peek. So do throw those answers down there in the comments before 8 a.m. UTC on January the 12th. This warship is stalled. I came so close to hitting rank 18 with Heavy Chopper Rocket Chopper. I am so close to getting into that 5 engine room level. I haven't been having the most luck with Heavy Chopper Rocket Chopper, but it's partially because I just don't really care all that much, which sounds bad, but it really doesn't appeal to me all that terribly much for, I don't even know why, to be completely honest. We are going to send, I think it's because I'm excited about using Heavy Choppa, Rocket Choppa at the 5 engine room level. Don't really care about it at the 4. My other account has higher. I'm on the brink of bullet, which is probably why, oh no, 2 of them went towards the left. That was not the goal at all. I wanted all of my stuff going towards the right, and as a result, this attack is going to be just dreadful. We're going to try to use med kits, which are going to do absolutely nothing for us, but there is still the chance that the med kit is going to, ooh, that was poorly timed on my part. This left-hand side, yay, we've got some guys over there, but just getting absolutely pummeled on this right-hand side. So need some reinforcements in a big, big, big way. Those heavies still standing in. Those heavies are the true MVPs of this attack. And now overcome, need to get that Heavy Choppa away. That Rocket Choppa is in grave, grave, grave danger. Barely saving it. Need that Heavy Choppa to get out front in a hurry. Not gonna happen though, I don't think. How is this attack still? I am made so many mistakes. We are about to lose all of the things. Don't attack with Heavy Choppas in the way that I have. This is just dreadful. Had we have gotten, here comes the mech, just sauntering in. Hey guys, what have I missed? Definitely screwed that up in a big, big, big way. We're still going to get all the engine rooms, and that is the important detail at the moment. Like I said, multiple accounts, not the smartest way to play Warships, especially when you're quickly jumping between. Yeah, that was not good. Not good at all. The split, I'm sure we lost there. Look at that. Look at that log. Just absolutely trash. There's a weird mindset that I get when I'm in gold where it's like, I don't even care because I can claim in gold. But that is not a good mindset at all. We are going to bring in a third Heavy Choppa. We're going to go over here and over here, clearing all of the things bit by stinking little bit. And I know that a kamikaze-ish flare would be better across that right-hand side, but we're going to try doing something like this, trying to send that Heavy Choppa to flank up that right-hand side. Really would love to have artillery on this account right now, which of course is not an option. If you're wondering why the heck I'm throwing medkits, because we have nothing else to spend our GBE on, and as long as you throw it on the shadow of your troop, that is all that matters. Then you will heal your Choppas. That Choppa on that right-hand side, is it doing a lot of good for us? No, but it will in a second. It's going to distract a bunch of those things as we do our kamikaze goodness onto that back engine room. It is going to help distract that shock blaster, that cannon, for seconds. Not for long, but for seconds. And then it's going to get on top of that cannon, which means we can then throw that final flare, throw all of those medkits onto that last little sniff of an area as our troops take down that final engine room. Slightly better, still not great, but happy with how that went for the most part. And we win! Hooray! Huzzah! Yay for us! That's my Rocket Choppa, Heavy Choppa attack. That is not a great attack. I don't recommend copying my base. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. And by the way, this base, I literally just picked up all my stuff and threw it down. I did not copy anyone. I have not watched a single replay. I have no idea if it's good or bad. Seekers keep calling my name in a big way. Don't max your rocket launchers. Save to max your artillery. That is more important. Let's see if we can do something. Shall we? Okay, this is the moment I've been waiting for a long time. As you can see here, my rank is way down. Almost 100 stars have been waiting for the savior. Mr. Bullet, this is the man I have been waiting for. Let's spend some of those tokens, get those flamethrowers up a little bit. And now let's try an attack. Now my base is outdated, I know that, but when I know I'm going to lose because I'm out-teched by people having Kavan or Bullet, it is a strange place to be. So we are just gonna go straight up. Need to get rid of some of those Zookas. Need to keep some of these mechs in. I am gonna go mech here, Bullet here, mech out here, mech over here with those guys. And then I already know that I've screwed this up. I've got the wrong ability picked, but I'm okay with that for the most part. Now, I meant to save one of these mechs to walk along this right-hand path, but again, just screwing up all of the things. We're gonna send our Bombardiers up that right path instead. Now, because this person has all of the buildings against that right-hand side engine room, we are gonna throw our artilleries back there. Somehow missed the sniper tower, which is problematic and troubling, but so far so good. Bullets out front, he is dying. He is also clearing a couple shock mines. Not a ton of shock mines, sadly, but some, which is all we really ask of him. Just please, Bullet, clear a shock mine or two. Now, we've got 3 engine rooms left. One of them we are going to throw artillery at, so not hugely concerned with that at the second, but I definitely need our Bombardiers to start chucking in the right direction, our mech to get moving, and then as those guys come around that right-hand side, we can throw our final flare, throw our artilleries out there, and we should be able, in theory, to get a decent time as we click all of the artillery buttons. And I feel like we might have screwed this up in a big way, because we have left a sliver of health on that engine room, which is not great at all. So need to try to salvage this somehow, some way. Not doing great work, have screwed this up massively, but now that that cannon's gone, we can get our next kamikaze flare out. I feel like my artillery has missed the engine room at least once, so that is a giant mistake on my part. And as a result, losing in a big way. So don't miss your artillery. I can't understand how I could have left that sniper tower up, missed the engine room somehow, but them's the breaks when you're trying to record a video live. Mechs and, oh, what the heck, a 4 engine room base. If you're a 4 engine room base, don't leave an engine room off by itself. You might think that it was good a while ago, but as you saw in that last attack, silliness, absolute silliness. So we are just gonna drop all of our stuff. And also a note for those of you out there, don't sleep on these bases. Don't just think, hey, a 4 engine room base, I'm gonna just walk through this and absolutely no problems at all, because some of these players have great seeker skills, so that is why they are still at the 4 engine room level. We should be able to ignore everything, almost everything, but can't sleep too much on these bases. The fact that they had 3 defenses touching that back engine room, helping us a little bit, not a ton as you can see there, but a little bit. Some of our Bombardiers have gone off to the side, not ideal there either. And now, if I was in a giant rush, I would probably flare that engine room, which we're gonna do right about now. Get that final flare out, get those artillery out, and we should finish off this base in about 255? Not bad at all. Just showing that the 4 engine room level is done, and the fact that I've fallen down that far to get a 4 engine room level just shows that I need to get my butt in gear and get pushing now that I have Bullet. And I mentioned earlier how I have this weird mental block where when I can claim in gold and not worry about it too much, don't really stress myself. And now this person, by the way, don't use explosive charge with Everspark because she's just killing her own critters. So that, less than ideal. Using Universal Remote or Critter Swarm would have been better for this player. 2 minutes, 12 seconds though, that's pretty quick. That is reasonably quick. Just shows that I need to be even quicker as the 5-engine room player. 2:55 though. We are going to end the video. Let's just see if I can finish on. Okay, so I am in a task force that is running Duplexity. I have been hitting it unboosted. I am just a pleb sitting on the sidelines, getting a free hit, contributing a little teeny tiny bit of intel at the same time. I've really enjoyed hitting Duplexity with zero stress. Like, some of the attacks in this task force are beyond awful, and they're still finishing Duplexity. It is mind-boggling to see how some people think they're helping the task force, but that is not my issue. That is out of my control. There are now 4 seconds left. I'll hit Duplexity. I'm gonna do it with 3 statues boosted, just boosted up our masterpieces. If you're ever thinking of doing a mini boost, generally speaking, 2 statues is great. 3 is better, throwing some extra health on some things. And we are gonna pick up our 29 diamonds, get our free trader crate. And you know what? We're gonna make that trade for 5 purples any day of the week. Greens to me are useless. Purples are great. Don't really need them because we're at 42%. Now we just wait for the op to start. Throw a drum roll in there, but we pause. Now, as we wait for the op to start, by the way, they're going to have a bunch of hoppers and it's going to be crazy, so I am not going to jump in right away. Anyways, if your task force has been doing well, this is the time to jump on up. Jump up an operation. These Melon dudes down in here, hidden behind that creator code ZMOT, they will let you beat a higher op. So if your task force has never beaten Dead End before, jump up, give it a go. What can we attack? Now, I have been liking Trinity, the difficulty of getting the hacks out. There are a number of rocket launchers in range of the cores with CMOs protecting them. Can probably get, don't need that one, can probably get 3 rocket launchers, but need to get 4. And then what do you do on the right-hand side? So I don't have the right troops loaded for that. We are going, ooh, hardcore. I love hardcore. Come on. How much health on that hardcore? Too much. But you know what? I love this attack. We are going to get rid of our Zukas. We are going to bring in a couple boats of our good friend rifles. We're going to go like this. We are going to get our hack in, and we are going to go on hardcore in a hustle. Throwing an artillery there. Dropping Everspark on this left-hand side. That way she angles up. We're going to click that button and then flare over there, trying to get her to double hack, but she's going to step out almost definitely. Double hack, re-smoke with the Houdini, keeping Everspark alive for those free critters, using that smoke, which we already had, and then dropping all of our Bombardiers, getting that next hack out there. That's not a hack, that's a shock, actually, what I meant to say. And now, just getting all of our troops moving forwards in a big way. More shocks, more of the melons bouncing every single which way. And now more critter friends, more shocks, trying our darndest to get in and amongst those rocket launchers. Not doing a great job, but there is the hack we were looking for there. Oops, didn't get all of our rifles out. That is not super great. And now we can get way over here, trying to keep some of our troops alive, using some smokes. Definitely not my greatest of hits, but we should be able to throw some barrages onto there. We've cleared that whole front section. We are moving left. Excuse me. Everspark still alive. Now, I prefer to use Kavan on this attack, but we are a little bit hamstrung by the fact that there were a bunch of rocket launchers towards the front, and so we are going to rely on Everspark's critters and Everspark's hacks for that matter. And now, let's throw all of our GBE onto those rockets as our riflemen and our critters move on forwards, trying to avoid having to shock because, as you can see, we are already in a tough spot. This is not going to be my best attack by any stretch of the imagination. I tend to get more value out of using laser rangers on that side, but we've cleared the front rockets. Let's just double check what we've cleared. By the way, like I said, always go left on hardcore. We cleared 1, 2 rockets, 1, 2, 3, 4 rockets. We've got those ones down. So all that happens now is someone's going to come in, clear through all of this stuff. The next attacker can throw like 1 artillery there, clear all of this stuff, get onto core, and likely finish at the same time. They may have to throw a couple artilleries back there because, as you can see, that rocket launcher will be an issue. Hardcore in 2, easy peasy. I mean, even if someone comes in and uses tanks or scorchers or something absolutely silly, we can take this puppy down in, at the very worst, 3 attacks. So being useful, definitely not the hardcore solo that I've done in the past, but probably should have used something other than those rifles on that left-hand side. I think that those, let's have a look here. Those gosh darn rocket launchers nearly dead. I wish that the note would say artillery those back too, but not my task force. I am not an officer. That is it for me, though. Thank you for coming in. Do enter that contest. Don't forget to mention how much damage those Seekers right there can do this season. Don't forget about the boosts and the bonuses and all the rest of it. I am Zedmot. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell for extra awesomeness, but more importantly, leave me a comment, enter the contest. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming. I'm Zed. Peace.